can see Mahasadashiva's, the way he describes himself in Agama with Adi Shakti. You can see him with 25 heads. I should say, head without third eye is head. The moment third eye is awakened, it is no more head, it is identity. Head becomes identity when third eye is awakened. Till your third eye is awakened, even if your head is cut, no use. Nothing is lost. Because nothing worthy is there in the head. Once the third eye awakens only, you become an identity. So, because your existence is needed. Your existence is needed for you, for society, for humanity, for the universe. Till third eye is awakened, your existence is nothing more than these animals in the slaughterhouse. People look at that only as a next day meal. It's not looked as an animal. Of course, that is not right. That is the next. So you can see him having 25 heads. First layer, second layer 7, third layer 5, last layer 1. Listen, actually this 25 is not number 25. It is just countless. Any identity is part of Mahasadashiva. Then it is zillion or zillions and zillions. It's countless. I'll explain, then you will understand. Please see this. Below the 9 heads, they represent unit dimensions of the cosmos, like a length, breadth, depth, time, space, the unit dimension. The other 4, don't worry about it now. I'll explain later. Let me give you understanding step by step so you understand it is your own head. Listen. The lowest rung, that lowest line, represents length, breadth, depth. Why I want you to understand, understanding it, you will understand. You also have all this in you. Some of your heads are not awakened, that's all. You also have all this. Most of you are awakened only with the first head. That's why only one head length, that's all. That's all you know. In this length and in this length. For all greed, for all fear, over. You know only length. See, if you resist even to understand these numbers, that is what is fear of chaos. You think everything is chaos, anything I can't understand is chaos. Fear of unmanifest, avyakta. When I said Shabda is 4, everyone was very happy. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I said, no, it is not 4. Now, fundamentally, I want you to know, breath is length, breadth put together and its own independent existence. Understand? See, length, breadth. Is this going in this direction, in this direction, in this direction, in this direction? Fundamentally, what I am trying to convey, ability to increase the frequency of your existence, ability to be present without getting overwhelmed. Confusion is okay, overwhelming is okay, that is also part of one of your head. which is unmanifest. Your own head of logic is trying to grasp your unmanifest dimension. There exists confusion which is not something away from you. As Mahasadashiva, all both exists in you. This length which is trying to understand, and the depth which is non-understandable, and the confusion generated which is avyakta, unmanifest. During this whole process, how many are understanding?
Let me repeat. In Vedas and Agamas, in Hindu tradition, now this moment is not emptiness or nothingness, it is Purna, complete, everything. This moment, this Chana, this second, now is the time Kala Bhairava meets our consciousness, and in this moment universes come in, exists, dissolve, gets pulled out of delusion and gets liberated without chronological time gap, spontaneously, simultaneously. Meditate on it, understand. Samhara is created, creation is destroyed. Sustenance is deluded, delusion is sustained. Liberation is deluded, delusion is liberated. Creation is destroyed, destruction is created. Sustenance is destroyed, destruction is sustained. Delusion is liberated, liberation is deluded. Creation is deluded, creation is liberated. Creation is sustained, creation is destroyed. Sustenance is created, sustenance is destroyed. Sustenance is deluded, sustenance is liberated. Destruction is created, destruction is maintained, destruction is destroyed, destruction is pulled out of delusion, destruction is liberated. Delusion is created, delusion is maintained, delusion is destroyed, delusion is pulled out of delusion, delusion is liberated. Liberation is created, liberation is sustained, liberation is destroyed, liberation is deluded, liberation is pulled out of delusion, liberation is liberated. Understand these 5 principles: Srishti, Sthiti, Samhara, Prabhava, Anugraha. Manifestation. Srishti, manifestation. Sthiti, sustenance. Samhara, rejuvenation. Prabhava, pulling out of delusion. Anugraha, liberation. Understand these 5 principles. I am reading out from Akashic records. So watch this satsang at least 5 times. Let this truths reverberate in you. Creation is created. Creation is sustained. Listen carefully. Srishti. Manifestation is manifested. Manifestation is sustained. Manifestation is destroyed. Manifestation is pulled out of delusion. Manifestation is liberated. Sustenance is manifested. Sustenance is sthiti. Sustenance is manifested. Sustenance is sustained. Sustenance is rejuvenated. Sustenance is pulled out of delusion. Sustenance is liberated. Samhara, rejuvenation is manifested. Rejuvenation is sustained. Rejuvenation is rejuvenated. Rejuvenation is pulled out of delusion. Rejuvenation is liberated. Delusion, trobhava, delusion. The delusion is manifested. The delusion is sustained. Delusion is destroyed. Delusion is pulled out of delusion. Delusion is liberated. Anugraha. Anugraha is manifested. Anugraha is sustained. Anugraha is rejuvenated. Anugraha is pulled out of delusion. Anugraha is liberated. Anugraha is liberation is manifested. Liberation sustained. Liberation is rejuvenated. Liberation is pulled out of delusion. Liberation is liberated. Understand these 5 principles of existence. Srishti, manifestation. Sthiti, maintenance. Samhara, rejuvenation. Delusion. Trobhava, pulling out of delusion. Anugraha, liberation. This 5 dimension of the universe merging with one another, crisscrossing with one another, permutation, combination of these 5 with one another makes 25 faces of Paramashiva. These 25 faces of Paramashiva is now happening simultaneously, spontaneously, without time gap. Do not be tired, do not be bored, do not be bored, do not be worried, do not be disturbed. Feel you are not able to grasp or understand. I am revealing the Akashic records as it is, manifesting the pure existence of Paramashiva. Watch this satsang again and again. Paramashiva, with all his grace, initiating all of us to internalize and manifest this great truth. Meditate on this sacred truth, sacred description of Paramashiva, sacred revelation of Paramashiva. Understand? I tell you, just internalize this one thing. Neither you know your identity, nor people around you know who you are. Your thoughts which you think you are that which changes every once in a week, month, sometimes even once in few hours. And others, when they see you, what mood they are in, that is the way they perceive you. I tell you, listen to this detailed. I'll clearly explain how pulling out of delusion is manifested. Listen carefully. For example, if you feel somebody is a bad person due to his past 100 activities, because of his 100 activity, 100 unit, you feel he is bad person. 100% you feel he is bad person. Due to some situation in your life, suddenly something great happens. You are in ecstasy. You are in extreme ecstasy, joy. So much of good feeling you have about life. At that moment, even if that person comes and is 100% bad, unit bad, that person is completely bad, you will only feel something may be wrong, but some things are good. Understand? Your mood, your perception, your whole image about you and others, when that changes, all your idea about others change. Same way, for others also, their idea about you change. That is why I tell you, live with happy people, you will have a good life. Sad people are bad people. I am not lying. Sadness is not cute. Understand? Do not sympathize with the sadness. Understand? This is warning from Kala Bhairava to you. It is so sad. Society constantly asks you to empathize with the sad people. Sad people need right knowledge, not your attention. You want to give attention to sad people to keep them continuously in sadness. When you give attention to sad people, what are you trying to tell? You tell them, you be sad, I will give you more attention. You will get all the love, attention, energy if you are sad. Don't you see? It is your cunning strategy to keep them sad. Sad people need meditation, completion, spiritual knowledge. I am not saying be cruel to sad people. No. I am not saying be violent to sad people. No. I am only saying don't celebrate sadness. Sadness is no way cuteness. Sad people need powerful cognitions, right knowledge, right understanding, not attention. I am not saying be cute. Listen carefully. I am not saying be violent to sad people. No. I am not saying hate sad people. No. I am saying don't try to justify sadness. Don't try to generalize sadness. Don't try to make sadness as sacred. Don't try to make sadness as cute. consciousness is not sadness. And sad people will perceive you only violently. Don't ever be in sadness or make sad people about their sadness. Listen carefully. Understand. Say, oh Swamiji, the universe does not make sense to me. It does not need to make sense to you. It is not obligated to make sense to you. You are obligated to make sense to Paramashiva. Understand? You deciding to make yourself sensible to Paramashiva is surrender to Paramashiva. I decided I will make myself sensible to Paramashiva. I will not bother whether Paramashiva makes sense to me or not. That is surrender. Paramashiva is no way bound to make sense to me. Universe is not obligated to make sense to me. I am only obligated to make sense to universe. I am obligated to make sense to Paramashiva. My behavior, my lifestyle, my thought currents, me, I am supposed to make myself sensible to Paramashiva. Paramashiva is no way obligated to make himself sensible to me. When I decided this, Paramashiva started manifesting in me. Make this decision on this Deepavali day. Understand, this is I am revealing the most internal, deepest secret. Decide. Life, Paramashiva, universe, Jiva, Ishwara, Jagat. The Jiva means the individual soul, Atma of me. Ishwara means the cosmic soul. Jagat is cosmos. These three put together is Paramashiva. All this is not at all obligated to make sense to me. I am only obligated to make sense to Paramashiva. That is surrender. When I decided that, suddenly I saw everything started making sense to me and he started manifesting through me. I became insider. Understand? As long as you think world, universe should make sense to you, you will be an outsider. When you decide, universe is no way, Paramashiva is no way obligated to make sense to you. You are only obligated to make sense to Paramashiva. You become insider. Paramashiva starts revealing all the truths to you and he makes so much sense to you. Understand? When Paramashiva starts making sense to you, you feel just with life. Wow! Life is dharmic. Nothing is negative in the universe. Everything is auspicious. Even if Kalabhairava is removing the head of Brahma, he is so compassionate and just. He removes only the cancer. He is not killing Brahma.
Nithyanandam. So you just saw about a video where Swamiji explained the 25 faces of Paramashiva, the 25 actions, how inside our systems continuously all the 25 states continuously go on, and how inside our own system the creation, sustenance, rejuvenation, pulling out of delusion and liberation happens. So let's all get back to the space of listening. Please make sure that you are sitting straight and front of your systems. Please make sure that your cameras are turned on and you are in your cameras. So let's begin the internalizing exercise. Please make sure that you have your pen and paper. So this 25 heads of Mahasada contemplate and pen down on how you are manifesting each one of those 25 faces in your life. If you understand these 5 actions in the macrocosmic level and Mahasadashiva in the microcosmic level, your individual conscious existence, you will suddenly realize there is not qualitative difference between you and Mahasadashiva. For example, when you are expressing the creation dimension of yourself, you might be creating anything. It might be creating of the content for your social media platforms, or it might be creation of a whole new being by giving birth to someone. So in every throughout the day, or it can even be the continuous action which is going on, the rejuvenation of cells that are happening in your body. Pin down in your life in detail how the manifestation is getting manifested, the manifestation is getting maintained, manifestation getting rejuvenated, manifestation getting pulled out of delusion, and manifestation getting liberated. In every of these 5 actions into the 5 actions, 25 actions, internalize how you are doing this in your life. Let's begin. And I request all the participants, if you have any questions and if you have any doubts, you can post it in the events section in today's SPH Facebook, the official page of the Supreme Body of Hinduism. And you can also post how you're able to relate with these 25 dimensions in your everyday life. Let's begin. intensely write down where all the manifestation is getting manifested. For example, the creation of cells in your body, manifestation getting maintained. Those cells in your body which are being maintained, manifestation getting rejuvenated, you manifested, they going back and getting rejuvenated as new cells, manifestation getting pulled out of delusion. For example, if a cell is corrupted with virus or with bacteria, and the immune system removing the cancer, the bacteria out of the cell, and manifestation getting liberated, the process of that cell coming out of the delusion, coming out of the disease, and liberating itself. So write down continuously in your life, pen down in detail. Same way, in all the 25 states, whether it is sustenance or rejuvenation or pulling out of illusion or liberation, in all five aspects, see how these five actions are continuously happening in your life. For example, in the sustenance getting manifested, the sustenance being sustained, sustenance being rejuvenated. A very good example of sustenance being rejuvenated is this whole new year, where the whole flow of our life, we are able to rejuvenate the flow of our life during this new year. The sustenance being pulled out of delusion. Whenever like you're doing the morning yoga every day, the bandhas properly and most authentic level. So whenever you're taking that sustenance and pulling it out of delusion, making sure that you're doing the mudras, the bandhas, the kriyas properly, and the sustenance getting liberated. When you start doing the Nithyananda yoga, again, with all its 12 components. So like this, in every aspect, whether it is creation, sustenance, rejuvenation, pulling out of delusion and liberation, in all of these five aspects, make sure every 25 action inside you. intensely write down all the actions. And with that, let's now move on to the next session of preparing for the darshan of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Thank you, Nithyananda.